So the topic of today's sermon is same species. I've been watching a lot of National Geographic or BBC about animals. And one thing that I've noticed is that animals usually have the same characteristics. For example, if you're an ant, you work hard and you sacrifice for your team. If you're a wildebeest or a deer, you're very scared and you like to move fast and run away. If you're a wild dog, you work together as a family. If you're a hyena, you like to steal. Certain little mice, they like to steal from each other, but they like to work hard also. What this shows you is that each of these animal species have the same characteristics. How can we use this in our normal day lives? Well, whatever normal everyday characteristics that we develop, that is what will lead our karma to be a certain way. When we train these behaviors, usually two things happen. One, we're like this because we used to be those animals. But two, because we do bad things, we are going to be destined to go back and be those animals again. That is why, as the Buddha, he teaches us not to have animal characteristics. You want to try to train yourself as a human. You want to have human characteristics, which is use your brain to develop your personality rather than just do whatever you want. If you do whatever is natural and you do whatever you want, well, then you're destined to be reborn back as that same animal again. And then you'll never learn. This is kind of interesting because let's say that you have certain groups of people that you want to be like them. They work hard, they're tough, they help each other, they sacrifice. If you want to be born with that type of people, well, you have to develop that type of characteristic. If you don't want to be born with the lazy people, the loud people, the aggressive people, the worthless people, if you don't want to be born with those people, then you have to make sure that you don't have that characteristic inside of you. If you train the same characteristics, most likely you will be reborn with the same species. You might be born a human, but with lazy humans. But you might be born a buffalo, or with lazy buffalo, or hippopotamus. Whatever animals that you have the characteristics of, that is usually where you're going to go. So if you want to determine where your future will be, just look at your current behavior and personality. That will determine it. But the good thing about that is, if you retrain yourself, if you relearn your characteristics and personality, you can also choose where you're going to go. Therefore, try and pick the best one for you. It's not random, it's all up to your choice.